Hello. Yes, welcome back. It's me again. Can you believe it's the 4th week? It's happened so quickly. Yes, it's incredible me and incredible you. Use. I don't think that's right. That sounds a bit like a small sheep. Hey. Anyway, you are incredible. That's what I'm trying to say. Quickly, let's recap what we've been through the last 3 weeks. In the first week, we found out that God made Adam and Eve because he wanted to share his love. Hey, and they felt awesome because they knew they were loved. And number 2, they had a great job. And number 3, they had each other to share that love with. It was awesome. In the second week, what happened? Oh, the snake came in to the garden and tempted them to eat the fruit and do it their own way. And remember what happened after that? They felt naked. I'm naked. Hide in the bush. Remember that? And then what were the consequences of that? What happened after that? In the third week, we realized this created like a separation, like we were cut off. And we had now this thirst in our hearts for God that we now try and fill with all sorts of other things, to be liked or to do good things or be the best at something. We think that's going to make us feel great again. But of course it doesn't. It's never enough. It doesn't satisfy. Remember we talked about the lady at the well who'd made all those mistakes. But Jesus looked at her and said, I know exactly what you need. Hey, I have this water that's the water of life that just brings things from black and white into color. It's real life. And I know what you need, and you never have to thirst again if you trust in me. Remember that? Hey? That's right. Because God has the most amazing plan. Hey. In fact, God talks about himself as like a covering, like an umbrella. Because in the early days, in fact, in the time of Adam and Eve, remember when they were embarrassed? They first of all made leaves, like a thing of leaves and things. But imagine wearing leaves. Hey? It must have been a little like nunnus in there. That must have been itchy or like, scratchy. Maybe it was a nettle. Yes! Or, hey? Or maybe birds came in. I don't know. Or even maybe it was a fire that would just burn. That would not have been comfortable, hey? But they were ashamed, and God knew that, so he covered them with animal skins to take away their shame. Yes, you know that story? Yes, that's right. It's in the Bible. You must look it up. Now, today we have an even better covering. Because God, the gift that God has given us is his Son, Jesus, who came to this earth and died on the cross to cover us. You know what covering means? It's like, think of like a super duper umbrella. Like in a movie, sometimes you see an umbrella that's like bulletproof. Like, the bullets, can cover you, or like it's like laser proof, asteroid proof. Except God's one is better. It's like bully proof, shame proof, just everything proof. And he says, this is where you can be safe. Under here, where I am. I think we've realized very quickly that we're not very good at fixing up our own messes. Hey? Have you tried it? On your own, it just seems to go from bad to worse, because normally when you try and fix up your own message, you end up lying. Have you noticed that? Because you've already told a lie, so you have to tell another lie to cover that lie, and eventually it's an absolute mess. God says, don't worry. In fact, in Romans 8, God says, nothing can come between me, that's God, and you, that's you. He says, nothing can separate us from God's love, especially after what Jesus has done. That's great news. So let's actually turn to someone on this side and say, hey, nothing you can do can make God love you less. But mean it. Say, nothing you can do can make God love you less. And now say, me and God are like this. We're like super glue. You can't get us apart. Anyway, you know what I mean. It is awesome. It is amazing. Right? So what does that mean? What does it mean for now? Does that mean that now that God is with us, that nothing bad is ever going to happen again? So nothing is ever going to hurt me. I'm never going to have a bad feeling. What do you think, guys? Is that true? No. Of course, I can't hear you no matter what you're saying to the screen, because this is a video. I filmed it before. But I hope you're saying no. Still seems to be some things that happen that seem to hurt us. Hey, sometimes our parents disappoint us, or they make mistakes. Sometimes our parents even get divorced, and that's hurtful. Hey, what about your friends? Sometimes they turn from friends to frenemies. Hey, they talk badly about you, or they betray you, and that hurts. And After that, let's get real and talk about us. Do we still make mistakes? Yes, we do. Because we are growing into what God has for us. Hey, we're not completely there yet. It's an adventure. We're growing into ourselves. It's amazing. Hey, when we learn to ride a bike, do we know how to ride it brilliantly immediately? No. It takes time to learn. And sometimes you hurt your knee, but God is always there saying, this is a safe space. My covering is a safe space that you can live in. In the Bible, it says, I create the space that you can live in safely, even when it seems that it's dangerous. And even when there's hurt, God can turn it into something good. Because God never changes. God says, I am the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And I love you. I have an amazing plan for you. You are mighty sons and daughters of the King. Realize that, and we are going to live together forever. It's awesome. It's incredible. Incredible God, incredible you, incredible